Good morning, fellas all around the world. You are watching Amateur Talk Show 1.0 right now. I am Davina and I am the host for today's talk show. Without further ado, let's go into the first speaker.
Indomie, Indomie.
Do you guys know Indomie is more than 50 years old now? Right now, I am with Gazan and Dimas. Gazan and Dimas, could you please introduce yourself first?
Thank you, Davina. Hello, guys. My name is Gazana Patisma, and this is my friend.
Dimas Alexander.
And we are here today to talk about the history of Indomie.
Okay, so the first one is for Gazan. Gazan, what do you think of how Indomie started off as a local brand?
Okay, so that's a very interesting question, Davina. And as a huge Indomie fan myself, today I'm going to tell you how the brand of Indomie itself started. So the first person who initially pioneered the brand Indomie is someone called Jayadi Jaya from the Jangkar Jatim Company Limited. He then, in April 1970s, as a subsidiary of the Jangkar Jatim Company Limited, he then he then established a new food manufacturer called Sanmaru Food Manufacturing Company Limited. And then after he established that new company, he introduced to us a new brand called Indomie, which is short for Indonesian meat, in the 1972. After he introduced to us the Indomie brand, he then released, of course it's a food, then you must release the first new flavors, right? So the first two new flavors he actually released was called kaldu ayam, or something we known as chicken broth, and udang, or something as we known as shrimp. Now the shrimp flavor is no longer being produced because maybe they have other options to take, or maybe they just ran out of, I don't know, shrimp flavor MSGs or something, I don't know. Now the fun fact is, in the 1980s, Indomie and another brand of instant noodle called Super Me are the prima donnas in the market. And not only they are marketed in Indonesia, they are also being marketed in the neighboring countries such as Brunei, Malaysia, and Singapore. And they also go to more faraway countries such as maybe in the Europe region, in the Australian region, and even in the USA. Thank you, that's all from me.
Well, thank you, Gazan. Okay, so the next one is for Dimas. Dimas, how can Indomie become one of popular food globally?
Well, thank you for the question, Davina. And to answer that question, we must first ask, how did Indomie become a cult favorite brand of instant noodles worldwide? First, Indomie is tasty, it's cheap, it's versatile, and it's convenient. If we're talking about how Indomie became a globally popular food worldwide and how did it become popular, then we have to talk a little bit about history. Well, going back a little bit in time, we have to talk about history. In 1990, Liam set up a company called Pangkanjaya Inti Kusuma, which later named Indofood Sukses Makmur and became the parent company of 18 of Salim's group food companies, which includes Indofood Internal Corporation, the producer of Indomie. This marks the start of Indomie's expansion overseas, including the first headquarters in Nigeria, which serves the African market in 1995. Today, Indomie has become available in some 100 countries, and more than 15 billion packets of instant noodles are being produced every year. And aside from Nigeria, Indofood also runs factories in Kenya, Morocco, Serbia, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and Egypt. And Indomie has also reinforced its status as Indonesia's most loved export products, after being the only brand mentioned twice in New York Magazine's latest rankings of the world's best instant noodles, which projects and contributes Indomie's popularity worldwide.
Okay. Thank you, Dimas. That was an informative insight on how Indomie became a global brand. Thank you guys for sharing the new information for us.
Thank you.
Okay guys, we've just heard about Indomie's history. Isn't it really exciting? Now we are moving into the next one. Right now, I am with Bima. Could you please introduce yourself and tell the audience what are we going to talk about for today?
Okay, thank you Davina for having me today. So Hi everyone, my name is Christopher Ada Bima. You can call me short as Bima. And today I want to talk about the various variants of Indomie. So from time to time, Indomie has developed many new flavors, and the original one, the very first Indomie variants are kaldu ayam. Is kaldu ayam, and we also have like two types of Indomie. One is the one is the noodle soup Indomie, and the second one is the fried Indomie. So from this, we have a lot of variants, and we have the classic original ones. I have 2 out of 7 classic original, which is kaldu ayam, and everyone's favorite, Indomie goreng, the original. And we also have the culinary edition, adapted from various Indonesian dishes. So we have this is mie goreng Aceh or Aceh fried noodle and beef rendang flavor.
Okay, Bima, thank you for sharing a few of many variants of Indomie. The audience must be so craving for Indomie right now. But Bima, I have 2 questions for you to answer. What if I was in the middle of trip and I was craving for Indomie? Is there an alternative way to get them?
Lucky for
Lucky for
Oh yeah,
you.
lucky for you. Well, lucky for you, we have this instant cup version of Indomie. This is called Pop Me, and here I brought bakso or meatball flavor. So this Pop Me is shaped like a cup, so it's easier for you to bring, and it's way more easier for you to make, especially when you're in a trip. It's very convenient.
Wow, thank you for the answer, Bima. Okay, so the next question is for you personally, which one is your favorite?
So we have a lot of variants, and personally for me, from the classic or from the traditional dishes of Indonesia, I choose the beef rendang flavor. So personally for me, the beef rendang is my favorite dish, and I think it's the finest dish of Indonesia for me. So I choose this beef rendang because from experience, when I taste the Indomie rendang flavor, it tastes the same as the real rendang flavor. So that's why I choose rendang as my favorite Indonesian Indomie variant.
Okay, thank you, Bima, for answering my question. Bye bye. Okay, so now we have heard the history and the flavors of Indomie. Right now, I am with Suci.
Hi.
Okay, Suci.
Yes.
Since Indomie is very popular and it's been 5 decades, could you tell me a few fun facts about Indomie?
Okay, before I started, I will introduce myself. First, my name is Suci Aulia, and guys, I will tell you some fun facts about Indomie. The first is Indomie factories are spread across many countries, including Australia, Malaysia, Saudi Arabia, and Nigeria. And the second, Indomie became a primary food in Nigeria. This started when the economic crisis hit Nigeria in 2015. The prices of staple food in the country have skyrocketed, including rice, which is staple food of Nigerians. The third, Indomie has 15 flavor variants. The fourth, Indomie has achieved many awards. For example, is Wow Brand in 2015 and IBBA Indomie Best Brand Awards, double platinum in 2014. And last but not least, Indomie can be created with other foods such as pizza noodles or Indomie donuts. So these are some fun facts about Indomie, guys. Can I tell you? Thank you, Davina.
Thank you, Suci. Thank you, Suci, for sharing a few fun facts of Indomie that maybe we've never heard before.
Thank you, Davina, and thank you all. See you.
See you.
Indomie, Indomie, baby. Indomie, we chop this money like